like, let's be honest, he's top class. He's world class. He's so good, and he's got better and better with every season he's been at Newcastle United. And, you know, is he going to walk away from a Champions League side that's exciting to be in? And probably not. Is someone going to be able to pay the money that Newcastle United would want? Probably not. Anything is possible in the transfer window, and we know that, and things can change with one phone call. But I would be surprised at this stage if he were to depart Newcastle. Just
to illustrate how good he is, look at the company he is keeping with regard to goal-scoring seasons at Newcastle United. Best goal-scoring seasons for Newcastle in the Premier League era. He comes in at 4th with 23. Look at the names on that list. Andy Cole tops it on 34, but I think that was a 42-game season. It's still pretty impressive. Alan Shearer, Les Ferdinand, and 2 more goal fests for Alan Shearer in 02 and in 2000 as well. So, Carve, you've done well.
Can I say one thing on him, actually?
On him?
Without mentioning his name?
Go on, then.
One thing I would say is he's got 3 years left on his contract. He's at a club who are in the Champions League. Mark has outlined, and I have in the previous part, about everything that Newcastle represents, everything that is already there. One thing we haven't mentioned is who Newcastle United are owned by. They are, is it 80% owned by the Saudi Arabian Sovereign Wealth Fund? So they have absolutely no reason whatsoever to sell him. We say every player has his price, but if you're 80% owned by PIF of Saudi Arabia, then you don't really have a price. And I can't imagine somebody sitting down and trying to negotiate with them if they don't want to sell him, and they don't want to sell him.
The only thing to caveat is PSR. And we've seen Elliot Anderson depart Newcastle. We've seen Yankuba Minte depart. And they were reluctant sales. They didn't want to...
They were homegrown players, weren't they?
Yeah, essentially. They represented good PSR profit. And that's the thing. Sometimes, and we've seen it with Aston Villa, you don't want to sell players, but if you can sell one player to sign 2 or 3 players and you know, the package of our squad gets better and stronger over the next 3 or 4 years, sometimes they think medium term as opposed to short term. And that may be where Newcastle have to just evaluate things. I'm not saying they're going to sell him, but sometimes those are the decisions. Look at Manchester United. To fund a lot of the business they do this window, they may have to sell some of those homegrown players. But it just enables the club to evolve again, and that's what's key. The one thing Newcastle have got spot on over the last 3, 4, 5 years is their transfer activity. The business they've done in the UK, the business they've done from European football has been exceptional. You know, ISAK being an example, Bruno being an example, Tonali being another player, you know, Tino, Anthony Gordon, Kieran Trippier, Dan Burn. What they've done has been sensational.